All right, I wanted to do a quick video on part two, solving logarithms and logarithmic expressions. And basically, comes from the idea we talked about once again, where if I wanted to transform this exponential a to the b equals c, I can do it by just kind of creating this little L shape looking thing. We're basically going to hit a first, then c, and then b. So basically, what I'm going to have is log base a of c equals b. Now the beautiful thing is it works both ways. If I have it set up in terms of a log, I can redo it like this. I got my little hook in there. And so I have a to the b equals c. And once again, these of course are the same. All right, so how exactly does that help us? Well, let's see here. We can do, let there be light. Okay. What we can do about this is it can help us kind of rewrite some equations. So if I have 8 to the third equals 512, I do my little thing on that, and I want to turn it into a logarithmic equation. I can say log base 8 of 512 equals 3. In the same way, I can do 125 to the 1/3 equals 5. So it'll be log base 125, 5 equals 1/3, which makes sense because the third root of 125 is indeed 5. All right, we can of course do this backwards. In other words, if we're given a logarithm, we can turn it into exponential. So once again, using our little method, we got 4 to the third equals 64, or in this case, 1/25 to the negative 3/2 equals 125. Okay, so it works either way, right? Now, what we want to do is evaluate a couple of expressions, and the way that we're going to do that is we're going to kind of set up some logarithmic equations for those. How we do this? So we want to figure out what log base 16 of 4 is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say log base 16 of 4 equals x. Okay, and you could use y, z, it doesn't really matter. So then I'm going to rewrite it as an exponential, which is going to be 16 to the x equals 4. Now, from part 1, we know how to solve these things. We need to get 16 in terms of this and 4 in terms of the same base. Now, they could both be base 4 or they could both be base 2. I'm going to choose base 2 just to keep things simple. So I know 2 to the 4th power is 16, and I know 2 to the 2nd power is 4. So now that I've got these in their lowest bases, I'm going to replace both of these with now 2 to the 4 times x equals now 2 squared, right? Or I think about it as 2 to the 4x equals 2 squared, which means 4x equals 2. And if I divide both sides by 4, we end up with x equals 2 over 4, which is just 1/2. So that is my answer there. Then, which makes sense, right? Because 16 is the square root. Square root of 16 is 4. All right, let's look at log base 3 of 81. So I'm going to go log base 3, 81. Equals, I don't know, I'm going to choose y this time. Then set it up. 3 to the y equals 81. Well, once again, I know 81 is just 3 to the 4th power, right? And then so I go 3 to the y equals 3 to the 4th. So therefore, y must equal 4. So 4 is the answer here. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all of the things, and I'll catch you all in the